So let's talk about my personal favorite way of reaching customers, reaching prospects, getting conversions, and getting into conversations with people. I've been doing this for close to 20 years, and it's extremely underrated. When I started doing this, it was way more used than it is now. So if anything, it's got more powerful, not less powerful. It's like the opposite of email. In the beginning, like way back, when the dinosaurs were here and the mammoth walked the earth and I was there as well, email was a special thing. Like if you got an email, it's like, oh, it's an event. Now we get 1,000 a day. It's not an event at all. This is the other way around. What I'm talking about is direct mail. So actual mail in the inbox or a package even, right? Now, it used to be that you got a lot of mail every single day. Now, if you're young, obviously you don't remember this, your parents will, but you would get a decent amount of mail from the postman every day. If you're a business, you got sort of overrun by mail every single day because it was the preferred way to sort of get clients, to get the word out about your business. These days, that's not the case at all. People en masse switch to email and DM because it's cheap and it's free. No, it's not cheap, it's free. Except you're in the same inbox where 1,000 other guys are trying to get attention. If you send a letter, like an actual letter in an envelope, I mean, how many other people are going to be there? Maybe you're the only one for that day. Hell, these days, maybe you're like there's only 5 people that send a letter a week. Like you're going to stand out like a sore thumb in the best possible way. So you can use this to generate leads. And you can use it to sort of generate sales as well. But let's talk about leads for now. What I mean by leads is like people raising their hands, basically saying, yes, I'm interested. I've done this with business to business. I've done this with business to consumer. It works like gangbusters, works perfectly. Let me give you some examples. When I was selling a certain investment opportunity, I sent out a letter that had this attached on top of the letter. This is 1,000 Zimbabwe dollars. It costs like 2 cents or something, right? Because it's worth nothing, obviously. And I bought money. So it's old money. It's not valid anymore. You can just buy it in bulk, like buy 1,000,000 Zimbabwe dollars for a couple cents. And I attached it on top of the letter, and I used an opener that's very often used in direct mail. It's like, as you can see, I've attached $1,000 to this letter. I've done this for 2 important reasons. And then first of all is, hey, I needed to get your attention, and there's no better way than to attach $1,000, even if it's Zimbabwean dollars. And 2, this is about saving you money. This is about making you money, whatever. You come up with a reason why you attached money to the top of the letter. You can also attach a coin, doesn't really matter. But it's a grabber. It's something that grabs attention. No one is going to throw away that. Like, not only do you get very few letters these days, but how many letters do you get that have money attached to them? That rarely happens, does it? And you can attach 5 cents. It's just the weirdness of it. It's not the amount of money. That doesn't really matter. So that was one idea. I also sent out plenty of mail without a grabber. I'm just mentioning it so I don't forget. And so you can think about like what creative ideas could you have. But if you're trying to reach prospects and the transaction size is worth it, it's very easy to make sense of this. I sold out. My colleague moved to a new neighborhood, and his wife really wanted to get some clients where she can do some cleaning, some house cleaning. And she enjoyed that. And she like a couple hours every day, she wanted to do that. And he said, well, I'm not sure how I'm going to get customers because I don't know anyone in the new neighborhood. And, she doesn't know anyone either. So how are you going to do this? What I did is I wrote a letter. The letter was something like, I just moved to this neighborhood and I wanted to, personally tell you that I'm looking for a couple people that, that want to have their house cleaned, that want to have, help in the household, like a maid or something for a couple hours a week. I live around here. I got 2 kids, or this is my address. And it went over the fact that she was good at cleaning. She wanted to do this. And she was looking for a couple clients, not more than X. I can't remember how many. This is like over 10 years ago. And then what he did was he printed them out. He went to the neighborhood that they lived in and started putting them in the mailboxes. The guy was filled up. Well, she was filled up with her schedule within the weekend. Like he started handing them out on Friday, putting them in the mailboxes. By Sunday, all the schedules filled up, and they had like a waiting list of people. Now, this would be the exact same scenario in this day and age. It's not like 10 years ago this worked, now it doesn't work. It works better these days. Like, you can easily fill up someone's schedule this way if the letter is decent. For that, I can recommend you go through Copywriting Campus. Andrew does a great job at that. And maybe I can find the letter one day. Like, I lost it. It's lost in the sand of time. But maybe I can also reproduce it. It'll be fine. But it's basically you sending them a letter, and then at the end telling them, hey, if this is of interest to you, send me, go to this website, or send me an app or a text or whatever, like a message, or send me an email, or give them a response mechanism. And direct mail, I think it's the most overlooked, missed opportunity of our time. And again, if the transaction size warrants it, which is very quickly, if you have a decent customer list, if you know where these people live, if you can reach them this way, absolutely perfect. You're going to stand out in the best possible way.